Hello to Dahlia Wakefield. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very chat to you today. So, can you tell me roughly how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
Well, I have been a singer on stage since the age of 5 when my mom put me in front of hundreds of people, or maybe I don't know if there was thousands, but it was in St. Walburg for the it was a multicultural event, and I was supposed to sing a Filipino song, and I forgot the words because I was only 5 and in this strange setting with lots of people and lots of eyes looking at me. But so as a singer, I I just have always been singing, and well, I decided to hone my songwriting. I started really writing songs around 15, but they weren't any good. So I thought, well, I'm going to just join up with some people. And when I was 18, I found a band and we started, playing covers and writing the odd song. But then, it just, the people I was working with, they weren't hearing what I was hearing. So I wanted to learn how to write my own songs. So I went to Grant MacEwan in Edmonton, Alberta, and just learned theory and took the vocal performance program and met some lifelong friends. My bestie, Stacy, she even though she lives in another city 5 hours away, we still talk every day, and and one of the my bass players, he also does sound. Steve McGonigal. He's one of my, longtime friends and musician friends. So yeah, it was a good move to Edmonton, but I'll be leaving Edmonton soon. But I work in Edmonton. I'm not going to be that far away, just 45 minutes out. So it's I'm always traveling anyway. I travel to from gig to gig, and so being on the road is what I do, and I love it.
So, what was it like to go to the recording studio when you first went there to record your debut album called "Close to Home"?
Well, I it took me a while to write all the songs. I remember going to Grant MacEwan and showing one of my professors, and he goes, "It's about time," and because yeah, I had been out for about 5 years, but honestly, to be quite honest, after college, I was quite burnt out because I put everything into it, and I was involved in the showcase band and this band and singing for that person and this person and trying to balance everything, and it was just kind of oh, it was a lot, but I just I knew that I had songs within me, and some, well, actually, for instance, some wrote themselves. I remember, for instance, "Die for You" is dedicated to soldiers on Remembrance Day, and today's Remembrance Day, and I remember my ex-husband going into the bathroom to have a shower, and I don't know what something, it just all of a sudden words and lyrics and melody came to me all at once, and within 5 minutes I had that song done, and it won. Well, it was a finalist in the, I can't even remember what year it was, in the international songwriting competition. And so it's funny how sometimes I can slave away at a song for hours, days, months, even years. But that one came along so fast, and it was just like it was channeled or something. I'm pretty pleased with that one, but my sound is a little bit different now because that has a little bit more country inflections. I'm leaning towards more rock these days, but I still love my country roots.
So, can you tell me more all about the second album that released called "Down the Road"?
Oh, "Down This Road." Okay. Oh, sorry. With the last one, I wanted to say that I met up with Greg Johnston and Lyle Molzan, and they recorded that well, we recorded the beds at Beta Sound Recorders, and then they recorded the overdubs. And but Down This Road was recorded by Jim Stober from Winnipeg, and I went down to Winnipeg to record the lead vocals for practically all of the songs, except for, if I'm not mistaken, this was a long time ago, maybe three. He wanted me to learn how to record, and so I used. He showed me what to do using Cubase, and we made this record. I recorded most of my backups, and I just emailed him the files, and he plopped them in, and I just thought that was quite revolutionary. I've never recorded myself, and so to be able to do that and do take after take to the point where if I was satisfied, then I'd send it on rather than spending so much time in a studio, the producer wearing you down, do it again, do it again. I could be hard on myself instead. It just kind of opened up new opportunities. We never did once talk on the phone about the project. It was just through email all the time. It was just, I had to sometimes send lengthy emails. Okay, so in this part, it was very time consuming, but at least it was efficient in the way that I could, I when I wanted something changed, it was easily fixable. And so I don't know, yeah, that was a little bit more on the rock side. So I really, I liked doing that album very much.
So can you tell me more about the single that released called All the Way to Heaven?
All the Way to Heaven. Well, I never wrote that one. A fellow by Dean McTaggart did, and so I just I asked him for permission to record that song, and did all the necessary rights through CMRRA, and I just it's just a song that I just wanted. I just wanted something that was a love song, and something I just fell in love with what he had written in the past. And I thought, okay, I'm going to check out his website, and he had some songs, and I thought, yeah, this is the one. I'd like to record it. And so we just, it just got done. Rob Hughes, it was my first time recording with him, and he was recommended to me by just a few singers in the past, like Corinne Perry. And so I went to his place, and we recorded it. And it was my first commercial single, I would say. Even though Let's Talk About Love, technically for my first album, was on the radio in Lloydminster and surrounding areas. I didn't really know how to release a song back then. I was just doing this all independently. I didn't know that there was like a certain way, and you should hire a radio tracker and this and that, and do this. And I was on my own label, but I just didn't really know all the ins and outs of actually releasing music, and I was still learning. And it's a a lot of people think, oh, she just goes up on stage and sings. And no, it's a lot more than that. And especially releasing music, that's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that not a lot of people know how to do or understand. But yeah, All the Way to Heaven was one of my favorite country songs. I really enjoyed that one.
So continue about your album is called Full Circle.
The album Full Circle. Okay, well, I had just, let's see here. Oh my goodness. 2011 is when I think I released it. And I had just had two babies. And so it was tough to put together because I had to wait till my kids were having their naps and to try to, scramble to either record something or to put something else together or message this producer. There were three producers on that and unfortunately, two of which who have passed away. Gary Dare. He was actually the very first guy who recorded my very first demo. I might even release that one day because I never did release those songs on that demo because I didn't know what to do back then, and I think back then, well, Spotify and Apple Music didn't exist, so maybe, who knows, there'll be an anniversary edition. But I think that's kind of funny because it's been so many moons ago. But Gary Dare was on that album. He I can't even remember some of the lyric or some of the songs, but Tommy, he has also unfortunately passed away just recently, in fact. And he recorded Magic Wand, and I did go to his house, and we recorded that one. He also has another song called Ocean Blue. I think that's just a beautiful song. And in that song, I tested myself. I didn't want to belt in that song. And so I was just singing, in my mid-range and head voice throughout that song. And I thought, I kind of like that tone. But even though I like to belt things out because I'm a rocker. But yeah, and then of course Jim Stober was also on that album, the producer of the second album, Down This Road. So yeah, there was kind of like a mishmash of producers, but it's kind of very eclectic, a very eclectic album. But and then after that, there was a very long period of time where I didn't release anything because I was with the Dirt Road Angels, country rock band, and we released 3 albums, and well, technically 4 albums. If you include, 2 compilation albums that were kind of the same, but also and many singles. We're actually writing again, and we'll be releasing a song hopefully one day soon. But I am continuing to write and record. I'm planning an album, and let's see here. I just released my 3rd single off of this upcoming album. 8 of the songs have been recorded, but we haven't finished. We only finished 3 so far, but I'll be in the studio again. Hopefully, well, I don't know. I'm hopefully within the next couple weeks. So I haven't really planned it yet because of my move, but I'm looking forward to getting back in the studio and finishing off some of the songs. And in fact, since then, I've written 2 more that I want to go on the album. So I'm going to have to hire the band again and get our butts in the studio. But creation is one of my favorite things to do. I really do love creating music and seeing, the endless possibilities and the layers. And but then, creating all these layers, we also have to remember, okay, how are we going to perform it live as well? So, there's always that, because I love layering harmonies. Well, there's not 10 of me on stage, so because I love to do my own harmonies. But no, at least I know I have a lot of amazing musician friends who will help lend their talents on stage with me, so I don't have to worry about that too much.
So, can you tell me more about your latest single called Well Dressed Way?
Well Dressed Lies. Well, it's basically about people who hide behind, deceitful people who hide behind charm, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, so to speak. People who wear a mask. I know that we've all dealt with them. People who will lie to your face, just bold-faced lies, and then you find out about it, and just, I've had enough, and so I decided I'm going to write a song about it. It's not about one person in specifically, although it could be. You never know. Or it could be about many people, because I've dealt with this situation over and over again with some people who are just very, not lacking integrity is what I'd like to say. not very nice people. So, you know, I'm just going to call it out in my songs. I don't like being lied to. No one likes being lied to, and no one likes lies being spread about them. So, writing this song was very cathartic, and just it is in general. This album is going to be a lot edgier, that's for sure, and a lot angrier. last last few songs were songs about love and joy and harmony and fellowship, and some of them were not, but this one is going to be definitely about my lived experiences, and it couldn't be a little bit shocking to some people. I don't know, because it's on the edgier end of things. I know a lot of people in my past have listened to, me singing love songs, and so this is kind of the opposite of that. Because I dealt with that. It was the opposite of love, even though they said that they did, but they were proving that they did not. Their actions proved otherwise. So, you know, just basically calling a few people out. That's all. Just be better. Just do better. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where you just have to, move on after. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, writing about it and then moving on.
So, what's it like to be independent artist for you?
These days, I mean, I love the freedom. I don't have a label taking my money or saying, "Oh, okay, you have to do this X and X and this and that, and go over here for the photo shoot, and oh, you can't have that for no," or recording everything and possibly having it shelved, or them taking all of your royalties, or yada yada yada. Somebody told me that a record label takes 81% of your profit. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything because I haven't delved into that area, because I like being independent. I've always been independent, and I don't know. It would have to be a really good record deal to make me change my mind, but it is a lot harder because I wear all the pants, I wear all the hats. I'm the promoter, the distributor. Well, I don't. I handle that. CD Baby actually is the distributor, but I have to arrange for all of that, and so I don't have a team, and so we really rely on our fans and our friends and our family to help us out and spread our music and get the word out. In the past, we were able to sell recordings off the stage. I mean, I still sell the odd one. I have a box of CDs still. And sometimes I'll give them out just as prizes for best dancer or whatever, but or people can use them as a coaster or to just anything. But the thing is that we used to make some money selling them off the stage, and now we get paid not even in cents, not even a cent a stream. Like, it's just ridiculous. How do you make money with streaming? And then there's all these fake bots, and people can buy streams, which is so illegal. And it's just like, and there's payola, and there's just it's just I don't know. It's just it's a very interesting time to be a musician, let me tell you. I do it for the sheer love of it. I don't have any dreams of being famous or having, anything like that. I just do what makes me happy, making music and making other people happy, or, sharing my experiences and in the hopes of helping somebody else who's going through the same thing. I just, I do rely on my live performances, and I do a lot of retirement home shows too, because I love singing, not just rock, but I sing the oldies, the golden oldies. And I enjoy that because you know what? they're not on their phones. They're actually listening. They're listening attentively, and they're sometimes weeping because a song that I sang touched them and made them remember their loved one who has passed on. And I remember coming into this one retirement home. They book me monthly, and they said, "Oh, here's the joy bringer," and so that really makes me happy. And the funny thing is that I had to sing through a lot of tears in the past, when things were not as good, and that's exactly what I'm writing about. The things that didn't make me feel so good at the time, and it's very healing, and it's very therapeutic, and to get your feelings out, and because I know somebody will resonate with my words. But yeah, it's like night and day singing to the retirement home people, and then rocking out with my music. But yeah, it's a very, all I can say is that I love what I do. I'm in several different bands. I have I just perform with my rock band Kerosene. We do 80s classic rock and some metal covers. And then I'm in a doo-wop band this weekend. We sing music of the Platters and some Motown and soul, and I love that. I mentioned the country rock band Road Angels. I've been with them since 2013. And I have a heart tribute band called Brigade, and we're playing at Cornstalk 2026. I can't wait because some of my favorite Canadian bands will be performing as well, like the Headpins, Honeymoon Suite, Colin James, and even Nick Gilder from Sweeney Todd. I the Roxy Roller dude. So I can't wait. We will be sharing the main stage, and I'm just thrilled because Heart is one of my favorite bands, like probably my favorite band, and so it's a dream come true. But I have Dahlia and the Villains, and we kind of are a casino band. We do pop, rock, country, everything. And I also have a duo with Alan Timofeychuk, and he's been a friend of mine for, oh gosh, we've been performing together for over 20 years. I can't even remember. I don't want to give my age away. But, well, we're only 30, so. But the thing is that, we were in a band, well, many, many moons ago, and that's where we started out in a trio called the X Factor. But I'm just lucky to be able to sing, different genres, and because I guess I get bored easily. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I don't rap because you don't want to hear me do rap. But kudos to them for doing, all those rhythms and remembering all those lyrics. And I'm proud to say that for the most part, I have memorized all of my lyrics. I don't use an iPad on stage. Although there's a few that won't click. So, but it's I've memorized like hundreds of songs. It's crazy. If we do, almost 45, 50 songs a night, sometimes in different bands, it's a lot of songs to remember. But some of them are muscle memory. I can be singing a song and thinking, I have to do this tomorrow and that tomorrow. Oh, what should I get for my groceries? And then I'm like, okay, oh, whoops. I'm singing a song. Where am I? Oh, no. But I just love music. And I know that, the people who come to see us see how much I love music. And hopefully, people will listen to my originals and also like them as well.
Well, finally, can you tell me, listeners, where can I find you on your social media?
Oh, well, I am on Instagram. I'm mostly active on Facebook. I have a website. I've got YouTube. Did I say Instagram? Yeah, that's about it. But also on Spotify and Apple Music and all the streaming, the streaming digital platforms. And yeah, I have to update my website though.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.